Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Nightmare Podcast. This is episode 74, and I am Christy, and joined by Brian.
Hello.
And this week, we are talking about Slugs. Yeah, that's a good one from 1988. I chose this one because someone on our Instagram gave us a suggestion of doing some type of like bug movie or insect movie or something like that. So I chose Slugs.
Slugs.
Yes.
It's one of the better insect movies.
I think so. That's why I chose it. I enjoyed it. I've watched it several times. It is on Tubi. So if you haven't seen Slugs, it is on Tubi for you to go watch. Or you can purchase the Arrow release from us. We have that on nightmaretoys.com.
Yep.
Right, Brian?
That's right.
This is my copy. Do you have a copy of
I
this?
do not have a copy.
Oh, you need a copy of that.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll put it in 4K.
Okay. All right. Well, Slugs. So, it's about an hour and a half long, rated R. It is a Spanish horror film.
Mm-hmm.
And it's based on a book that came out in 1982. Did you know that?
I did know that. I don't know why someone wrote a book about slugs, though.
No, but you know what? In the special features, there's a bunch of different interviews with different people from the movies, actors, people who worked on it, whatever. And they all said the book is really good. So it might be worth a read. Check it out.
Do they have books on tape?
I mean, they do nowadays, yes.
Or I guess it's not
this
a
one,
tape anymore. Most of the time, it's not even CDs
it's an
anymore.
audio thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they could. But yeah, I guess the book came out in 1982, so that's what it's based on. Basically, it's not too much of a plot, really.
Nope.
It's just
radioactive slugs.
Yeah,
that's
it's a town, and they found out there was toxic waste dumped there in this town, and then all of a sudden now they have these mutant slugs. Right?
Yeah.
And that's basically it.
That live in the sewers.
They live in the sewers.
Why does everything live in the sewers?
I was thinking the same thing when I watched this. There's a lot of things in the sewers. Didn't the blob, they went down in the sewers to deal with the blob too, didn't they? Yeah, there's a lot of things in the sewers. You got chud. What else?
Alligator.
What else? I know there's more, but I can't think.
There's an insect movie called The Nest where I think they went into the sewers.
Okay. Did Mimic? Did they go into the sewers in that
They went
movie?
into the subway, which is close enough to the sewers.
Okay. There you go. The subway. But the main character, he is, what is he? The health department.
Health department.
Yeah. But like in this movie, his name number one, which I wrote down, which I thought was funny just because his name is Mike Brady. Do you get it? Brian's looking at me like, what? Mike Brady. Brady Bunch. The dad's name is Mike Brady.
Sorry, I was a Happy Days guy.
I liked Happy Days too. But I just thought that was funny. It gave me a chuckle. I was like, Mike Brady. That's the dad from Brady Bunch. That's just me because I like Brady Bunch. Anyway.
The water department's guy, wasn't his name Dan? Like,
yes.
It was all very like American names.
Oh yeah.
Like they just didn't care. They literally just picked names out of the hat for the roles.
Right. And then they said, the director said that what American actors were in this, all that was shot here in New York. Lyons, New York, which is on the special features. They show all that. And then the other half was shot in Madrid, Spain. So, but so the main guy, Mike Brady, he's part of the sanitation department, but he acts like some cop investigator throughout this whole movie. Did you ever feel that?
Yeah.
He's always rushing into people's offices.
He's acting like the sheriff of the town, but he's not the sheriff of the town.
Right. He's like the sanitation department. It's like, what's going on here? But there's really like no like anything solid going on in this movie except for slugs.
Yeah.
And the slug, but because I wore this shirt today, the gore shirt, because I don't have a slug shirt, it is pretty gory, and that's pretty much what it's. The special effects. It's known for the special effects and the gore.
Oh yeah, slugs eating people, which
yes, I like how on here it says the tagline: "They slime, they ooze, they kill." I like that. And yes, in some shots, slugs were actual slugs, and then in some shots, it was just little black plastic slugs that they made, too. So, what do you think of slugs?
I think it's Jaws with slugs. Like really, like literally, when you think about it, you have the health department guy who's acting like the sheriff going around saying, "Hey, we gotta close this stuff down, or else something really bad is gonna happen." And everyone's like, "Yeah, it'll be fine."
Well, this is true. I guess so.
And then you know what happens at the end? You know,
right?
They blow the slugs up.
This is true. They do. It is. What I guess I never really just paid attention to it until I watched it last night for the podcast. But it's kind of a Halloween movie. They go to a Halloween party.
I would say there is a Halloween party. I wouldn't call it a Halloween movie.
No, because they don't show a lot of like
they have
Halloween stuff.
Yeah, they have like 2 pumpkins in the entire movie.
Right, but they go to a Halloween party on this. And they did shoot this in October too. They did say that in special features. This is the funny thing, something else I wrote down. In one of the offices, the calendar says November of 86. They shot this in 86, but it didn't come out until 88. Yeah. Never paid attention to that either until last night.
I never even noticed that.
And then, yeah, they talked about that. How, like, in the high school that was used in the town, because they showed that town and everything, they showed, like, the class of 86 from that school year that would have been in, like, the background shots of just walking down the school halls and stuff like that. So, yeah, it was 86 when they shot it. And it wasn't in October, but the calendar said November. So there's that.
That's a fun movie goof. I never even noticed that in the movie.
Yeah. But they did shot it in 86, so it's kind of a goof, but kind of not, in a way.
So why did it take it so long to get released?
I don't know.
Was
that I don't know.
Distribution, or
I don't know.
Were the producers like, yeah, this isn't what we thought it was going to be?
Could be. I'm not really sure. That one I don't know. I was trying to find a bunch of information on the movie, but I couldn't find too much except for listening to what they had to say in the special features.
Or was it, because I know it's the same director that did Pieces. Like, was Pieces before this? Was it?
Yes, it was before this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, got that. Maybe he had obligations with that.
I'm not sure. I don't know. Probably a studio thing. I don't know. I know they were a little bit disappointed when it went, like, straight to TV too. They didn't necessarily want that to happen. It go to TV because some stuff was cut out, but they did mention that.
Well, I mean,
I don't ever remember seeing this on TV back then. I didn't ever watch this until probably a few years ago.
Yeah, I think the first time I watched it was when Arrow had put it out on.
Yeah, and then you've
Blu-ray.
got good old Tubi to have all.
Yeah, Tubi and
have all the old movies on.
It might be on Shudder.
It could be on Shudder.
I know Shudder
Box does a lot.
Yeah, I know Shudder has a lot of the Arrow titles.
Yeah.
So it might be on there, but yeah, I mean, for it being R-rated, other than the gore, like that's really all it. I guess the nudity too.
Yeah,
Spanish producers is like, no, you gotta have naked women.
Well, they did a little bit.
Yeah,
they did
a little bit, and then, I mean, can you imagine that actress be like, okay, so you're gonna have the sex scene, and then you're going to get eaten by slugs.
But let's talk about that for a minute, because again, I watched the special features. So when they do the close-ups of that's actually a pig. It's actually not her back. It's a pig.
It's a pig.
They used a pig.
Because she didn't want to get in with the slugs.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, there might have been logistics around all that, but they used a pig for those up close shots because pig skin kind of looks like our skin. So
did the health inspector say absolutely not?
What, not to use a pig? I don't know. They used a pig though, and then they're like, "Yeah, we shot this thing and it's back," and I'm going, "What?" But they used a pig for those shots. So it was the girl sometimes, and then a pig.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was interesting too. Let's talk about that scene though. So that's the scene we're talking about when the two are fornicating on the bed there, and then the guy gets up and he's getting up from the bed, but he steps on the slugs, and it's like, what the heck's going on? And then she falls off the bed onto the floor full of slugs.
Which, at that point, wouldn't you just get up and jump back on the bed? Like, she's rolling around.
Yeah, she's just rolling around.
I'm like, why? And then the scene kind of reminded me of Creepshow 2 with the raft scene.
Okay.
To where she's reaching out to get help. And the guy's like, I want to, but I don't.
This is true. This is true.
What?
My whole question was, okay, so you're doing that, right? But you didn't even notice or hear or anything that 1,000 slugs are coming in and covering your floor all of a sudden?
Yeah, you would think you would hear something. Or even when you go to get up, you would see the entire floor is black.
Right. Yeah. I thought that was a bit strange. But it was good special effects, though.
It was.
Yeah. It's really cool, her face with all the worms and everything coming out, and it done ate at her eyeball and all that. So, yeah, that was really good special effects. I think that was really cool. That was a good moment. Another cool moment I liked that wasn't real gory or anything, but I just thought it was effective and kind of just was when she was cutting the lettuce. And you can see that she's cutting the slug at the same time as cutting the lettuce, and then that she put it in the salad, and I don't know, that was just that just gives me the heebie-jeebies. Her just sitting there cutting lettuce, and there's a slug in the middle of it, and
I mean, for me, I think other than the restaurant scene, because that's the most memorable scene in the movie.
And they talk about that a lot too. On here.
Is with the farmer to where he's trying to get the glove off, and
I have that written down,
it's very comedic, too, the way he does it.
Yes.
Because he's just, slamming his hand, and he's like, all right, I guess I'm just going to cut my hand off.
And he kind of fighting his hand, kind of like Ash was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I kind of thought. It's weird that how we think of other movies when other things are happening in another movie. But we do that. I think a lot of people do that, though. But, yeah, that kind of reminded me of Ash, right?
Yeah, from, Evil Dead 2.
Yeah.
To where he's just
he's fighting his hand.
He's fighting his hand, and then he gets to the point all right, this is it. And then,
cutting that off. And that was good gore, too, when he's sitting there cutting it off and getting it up close.
And you just see, the bone for the hand.
Yeah, I wrote that down. Harold cutting his hand off. I thought that was a good special effects moment, too.
And then, it cuts away from a moment, and then it goes back to him, and his body is just, eating away from the slugs. Mm-hmm. And then you just get, that blood burst out of his stomach cavity.
And then, like you said earlier, too, the whole dinner scene, too, that's a whole other epic part in it. He's got blood coming out of his nose all of a sudden into his drink because he was taking a drink, and there's blood coming out of his nose and out of his mouth, and then all of a sudden it's just his face sinks in, and and there's just, again, it looks like worms and stuff coming out.
And again, watching it, it kind of had me thinking scanners.
Yeah,
almost.
A little bit, yeah.
And I'm just like, man, his head's going to explode. And then slugs are just going to go crawling out.
Mm-hmm. But I think basically, I mean, again, there's not too much of a plot for this movie. This movie's more for just to see, the slugs and the gore and the special effects and the practical effects and all that they do with this movie. It's just a fun movie, in my opinion, and they do it well.
Yeah, the special effects to the real slugs, I mean, you could kind of tell the difference, but not much.
Not much at all. No, What else did I have written down? I had something else written down. Oh, the explosions. I put down that there's a lot of explosions in this movie. Besides the gore and special effects, there's tons of explosions.
And this is what I want to know.
Okay.
So, I just looked. Don, who is the water guy, they flat out tell him the plan, but like, oh yeah, we got this, whatever solution to where it sucks out all the moisture out of the body and it makes you explode. It's like, okay, so we're gonna put this in the sewer to where it's gonna blow all the slugs up. They're like, yeah, and he's like, okay, it better work.
Right.
I'm like, so wait, it's a giant sewer. What? At what part did you think it was a good idea to have explosives in the sewer?
They did it though.
They did it though, and that was the thing. Like,
but everything is exploding. It's like the whole town is exploding.
And then this is the thing. Like, so with Don's death, he opens up that water main valve. Why would he stand like directly center with it, knowing that water was going to come pouring right out?
This is true.
Because really, he caused his own death. He was stupid.
Yeah, that was stupid. I have to agree with that.
But then they finally set off the solution into it, and it makes everything explode. So you get all the manhole covers going across. How come only one store blew up?
I was thinking the same thing. I'm so glad you said that.
I'm like, all the explosions and only like one store blew up.
They kept showing just one store blowing up.
And why didn't it happen throughout the city?
I don't know.
Like, the explosions would have kept going like throughout.
Right.
But it only happened in like that one area.
Yeah, they show a store and then they show manholes.
Yeah, like that was the thing I didn't get.
Oh, and then there was the cars somehow caught fire and exploded too.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I'm like, okay, the manholes I can understand that, but then the one store I didn't understand.
Right, just the one store.
Like, do they have a manhole in the store?
I don't know.
Like, it just blew up for no reason.
You would think, I don't know, you would think maybe everybody's toilets, everybody would just blow up.
I mean, did they only have the budget for one store to be blown up?
Well, I mean, they've blown up a lot of stuff in the houses. The one house with the greenhouse, that was actually a miniature that they blown up. And it's really cool how they did that too. It's this little miniature house. Probably about as tall as me, maybe.
People need to use miniatures more often now.
Yeah. It's effective.
Less CG, more miniatures.
It's quite effective. And then I'm just giving away all the
Who cares? 88 if they haven't.
I know. If you haven't watched it yet, too bad. But I mean, maybe I might want you to watch the movie anyway. But you grab this for the special features though. But like the part where the slug bites his finger.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. The main guy, and he bites his finger. That's actually a really huge finger about this big, and a really huge slug about this big.
Oh.
That they shot to make it look like that, to make it look like, it's not, like it's real and it's, a regular size finger, but it's not. It's really cool.
That was really cool.
Yeah. I like the practical effects from back then, man. They put a lot of work into this stuff.
I wish they would have had a scene like this cover, though, where he's like cutting his chest open and everything.
Yeah, they didn't really...
Like, because it's the guy from the dinner scene.
Well, he's not really cutting his chest open, though.
No? Is he just...
That's a slug in his hand. It's pulling at his skin.
Okay. Well, I mean, even still, like, they should have had a scene like that.
Yeah, but they didn't, did they? Yeah. Oh, well. They missed the mark. This is my other thing, too, for back then. They put in so much work with the special effects and everything back then like that. But we only get, because they have to screen things, but we only get like a second or two to see the gore of it, though. You know what I'm saying? I want to see it longer in the movie. I want a longer take, which I'm sure they did.
Well, yeah, but
I mean,
because
in order to get an R rating, yes, because they did get X ratings a few times with this movie before it went down to an R.
I know it was banned in Australia.
It was, yeah. But why? I mean, it's just slugs. I don't even understand that.
Maybe they take slugs seriously there.
I guess. I know, it's strange. So what rating do you give Slugs?
I would give it a 7.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm on board with you. I give it a 7. I don't know, anything else you want to add about Slugs?
No, I mean,
have you ever seen a slug like in person? Like, have you ever like touched one or seen one?
I mean, I haven't touched one. I've seen one.
Yeah.
So they're almost kind of along the lines of like a snail and a leech together, I guess.
Right. Yeah. But on a normal basis, they eat plants and stuff. Not,
I mean,
not humans.
if there's radioactive slugs, then some town is about to get destroyed.
I need to have a slug in my collection.
Now, with the way it ended, would you have wanted to see a second one? Because it does leave, like, it left it open.
Yeah, like there could be another one.
Do another one.
I like that ending.
You like it as a one-off?
Yeah, I like the ending like that. It's like, oh, and then just leave it like that. Yeah.
All right.
And Night of the Creeps. Do we consider those slugs? I guess, kind of, sort of.
Kind of, yeah.
But they just went into people's mouths.
I mean, well, what they classify them as worms in the movie, or
maybe I can't remember. Why can I not remember that?
Like I remember. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember. I mean, I remember them being like alien forms, but
right.
I don't remember what they classified them as.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they look like a slug.
They do.
So, all right. Well, do you want to talk about Cocaine Bear for a minute?
Cocaine Bear.
So we went from slugs to bears. We'll talk about Cocaine Bear a little bit. On cocaine. You are correct. Did you watch the documentary?
I did not watch the documentary.
I do suggest the documentary. It's only about an hour long, if that. And I feel like you can either watch the documentary after you watch the movie or even before you watch the movie. It's not like it's giving away anything or any spoilers. I think even if you just watched it before, it might amp you up to watch the movie, maybe.
Yeah, no, because I know they're releasing like a whatever they're calling it, extreme edition or whatever it is that has like the alternate endings and everything. But I guess that's already streaming and stuff. Like if you purchase it like on the services, like it gives you like the alternate ending and deleted scenes. And
I just watched it free on Peacock.
Peacock.
Yeah. And then the documentary is on there too.
Okay, so I'll have to watch the documentary.
Yeah, they're both on there. They're both on Peacock. I liked Cocaine Bear. Everybody
See, I was worried you were gonna hate it.
I know. But okay, so you were worried I was gonna hate it, but I had a few people that messages me on my social medias and they're like, I think you're gonna like this. Because, I hope you're gonna like this. Because I liked it.
It's like one of those movies to where you already know what you're getting yourself into by the title. Like if you can't just enjoy it for what it is, then just don't bother watching it.
Right. But it really does. I mean, it comes off of a true story, though. They just took the little tiny part of the story of the bear and just fantasized it, is what they did. Well, and made a movie of it, and I think that's great.
And I think they changed cities too.
They could have.
I think because I think the original story was they had dropped it in Alabama.
No, what? I didn't. No. I don't remember them talking about Alabama.
It was somewhere in the South.
It's Kentucky.
Was it Kentucky?
I think it was Kentucky. Yeah.
But yeah, no. I mean, it's a fun movie, and it's Ray Liotta's last movie. I think like the last movie he had done. I think
so. Okay, so let's talk about the movie for a moment. Okay, so I love Ray Liotta, and he's fine. It's not him, but for me, some of the parts, or maybe towards the end of the movie, it kind of started to fall flat for me. A little bit, the story, like I kind of once they got into kind of in a way, and I hate to say this because I love Ray Liotta, but it was like kind of like once he got into the movie, like for the last half of the movie, then it kind of
lost its spark.
And I'm not saying that it's him or his character doing it. I'm just saying that's just the part of the movie, and from that time on, for me, kind of fell flat a little bit.
Because you think because the dynamic switch, because like the first 2/3 of the movie is like outrageous.
It's outrageous. It's
And
action-packed, and you're
funny,
getting to know all these characters and what they're doing in the park.
And then he comes in and it becomes very serious.
Yeah, and then it gets dark. It's like once they get dark, it gets dark. It's nighttime, and they're in the cave and stuff. All that I find just a little bit boring compared to the rest of the movie. And then it was like once it was light again, daytime again, and you get just the few little last seconds or last minutes of the movie when it's daytime again, then it's like, oh yay. I don't know why I felt that way, but I felt a little bored once I don't know.
Okay. I mean,
and I hate to say it, I don't want to say that because it's not Ray Liotta's fault. I'm just saying that's the part of time in the movie, and the rest of it that just kind of fell a little flat,
to where
a
it
little
drags.
boring. Yeah, it was a little draggy. So the first half of the movie was fantastic. It was like, oh, and then the last half was a little draggy for me. But I liked the movie though.
Yeah, it's a fun.
I give it a 7 as well.
I think I gave it an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it a 7. Why not? 7 or 8?
Yeah,
7 to an 8.
I thought the entire cast was really good. Kerry Russell as the mom.
She did good.
Was great. O'Shea Jackson as, like henchman, I guess you want to go with. Like, he was really good. And then all the park rangers and ambulances.
Yeah, I liked all the characters. All the characters I thought were likable, except for me. Let me hold on. I made a whole note section for Cocaine Bear too. So here's me thinking about movies and names again. So with Slugs, I was thinking Mike Brady Bunch. So if you notice the little gang of the 3 guys, they're called the Duchamps. I was thinking Teddy Duchamp from Stand By Me.
Okay.
That's his name, Teddy Duchamp. I've never heard that name before, Duchamp, and then they're called the Duchamps. That just clicked in my head. That's the way my brain works. And I was like, oh, okay, Teddy Duchamp. Because I was like, why do I know that name? Teddy Duchamp, Stand By Me. Okay. That's why. I don't know. It's just a weird name, so that's just how I kind of thought about it. One of the funnier parts for me, though, was when the bear... I know a lot of people liked it when the bear, jumped into the ambulance. And they thought that was fun. Which, that whole scene was awesome. But I thought it was hilarious when the bear fell on the guy. Because he just... it was ready to pass out at this moment. Just... boom, and plopped right on him. Now, on a normal basis, you would probably die of suffocation from that.
He would have died just from the bear landing on him.
Yeah.
The bear would have crushed him.
Yeah, it would have crushed him. But not in this movie. He's just talking away, and it's kind of funny. And I don't know, I liked that moment. I thought that was funny. The bear's like, okay. Plop. What else? What do you like?
I like... They show it in the trailer. The paramedic goes to open up the back door in the ranger's hut, and the bear just slowly comes in to the light, and he just slowly closes the door. He's like, "We gotta go."
Yeah. I know it was really funny. I was laughing. It was action packed. It was gory, and that's, I think, thanks to the bear.
Yeah.
The bear was great.
The bear, and then the little cubs at the end.
The little cubs at the end were cute, because you do find out that it is a female, and you find that out when the bear lands on the guy, like I was talking about. That's because the bear's vagina is on my ear. But the little bears were cute, and that little ending stare of all 3, and then the movie's done. That was effective.
I know it'd be stupid of them not to do a sequel with how much money it made.
It was a fun movie. Come on, y'all.
Yeah, just take it for what it is. It's like Sharknado. You shouldn't be watching it, but you enjoy it when you watch it.
But at least this kind of came off of an actual true story, though.
Hey, Sharknado.
I mean, there was a bear that did eat the Coke.
There could be a tornado
but he died.
that sucks up sharks. I'm just saying.
He didn't go on a rampage. I don't know if we'll ever get sharks to go.
I mean, not over land, but over water. I mean, tornadoes do happen over water.
Well, yes.
So.
Yes, they do.
I mean, I could get a real Sharknado. I'm never going to be.
We're going to have to do shark movies in another podcast for real. There are Cocaine Bear Funko Pops coming out later.
Yes,
we did order it.
We did order them.
Yes, we did.
Whenever they arrive is up to Funko.
I liked the kids.
I was the one boy was funny.
I liked both of them. I thought they both were funny. The boy and the girl.
The boy had like the biggest mouth on him.
He did. He was really cute. Yeah, I liked the two kids. Again, I liked all the characters. Just the little Duchamps, they were a little annoying. But other than that, I liked all the characters. Good soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Really
very
good soundtrack.
80s.
Very 80s, of course. Yes. What else did I think that's all I really wrote down. Oh, the dog was cute. I wrote that down too. Rosette, the dog. That was cute. And that's towards the end. You see the dog just kind of, and you're like, oh, and she has all this little long hair. It's so cute. Too cute. That's really about all I wrote down. Yeah.
Yep.
I liked it. Go watch it. It's on Peacock.
Yeah. Peacock, and then stream it on everything else to rent.
Yeah, but God, why rent it? It's like $20 to rent on Amazon still when you can go watch it on Peacock for free.
Some people don't have Peacock.
Well, just go get Peacock.
Sign up for that trial. I think they still do trials.
Yeah, do that.
I was saying, then cancel it in a week.
Yeah. So watch Cocaine Bear, Peacock, and then watch the documentary. I mean, it's the whole drug aspect of it, and all the people around all that part of the story is really interesting, actually.
Yeah.
So.
But I was like, so far this year, Cocaine Bear has been one of my favorites this year.
I'm gonna have to say it.
I would say
it's one of mine too.
Of all the horror movies, there's only been 3 horror movies that I've liked, which is sad.
For this year?
For this year. Like,
okay,
everything. Streaming, theaters, everything.
Yeah, I've been trying to watch a bunch of new movies, too, that are just streaming. Just a bunch of, like, random new movies, though. And I just can't get into anything. Yeah. So what are your 3?
So we've actually covered them all on here. So Cocaine Bear.
Okay.
I was Scream.
Okay, yeah.
6. And then Megan.
Okay, I'm with you. Yep, me too. I like all 3 of those. And there hasn't really been too much of anything else.
I haven't had the chance to go see Renfield or Pope's Exorcist
I haven't watched that.
Yet.
Pope's
from what I've heard of each, they're not very good. But I will keep an open mind seeing them.
I don't know. I've heard a lot of people on my end say they liked Renfield. They thought it was funny. They really liked Nick Cage being Dracula.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
With Pope's Exorcist, I've been told it's a generic Exorcist movie. That Russell Crowe is the only good thing about it.
Yeah, I've kind of heard that too.
But I mean, I still want to see him. And then
yeah,
we have Evil Dead this weekend, or today, as this is out. So I'm definitely gonna go see that.
Are we still putting the Pope's Exorcist, the
Rosemary's?
Yeah, Are we doing that in the people's orders?
Oh yes, we are. I got 4,000 of them to go through.
Throw me that Throw me that right there. Right there in the Pope's Exorcist in front of your face.
The baggie.
The bag.
Is
the rosary beads in there?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't have it with me then. Okay, well.
Oh, wait. Move the little microphone thingy. There we go.
Let me have that.
Epic fail.
Epic fail.
Epic fail.
Behind the scenes in the podcast. Say hello, Brian. Everyone gets to meet
Brian.
Here's the other Brian. Brian with an I, Brian with a Y.
We're working on getting him a camera
now. Okay, anyway, so the studio sent us all these little promotional things.
Yes.
And we are giving these away.
In store and in orders.
Yes, so we have tons of these. If you make an order with us and you want like 10 of these, put it in the notes section, and Brian will put 10 of these in your package for you because we have a lot.
We have
so it's
thousands.
Yeah. It's just, all it is just a little pamphlet on rosary beads, and you get some little rosary beads with it.
Yeah. So.
But I posted this and like everybody went crazy and everybody was like, "Oh my god, how much?" I'm like, "We're just giving this away."
Yeah, just put it. I don't care if it's an air freshener and you want 10 of those. Just tell me. I will send you 10.
Yeah. We have boxes of these.
I mean, I appreciate Sony sending us those. But we got Jesus.
A lot. So, and then if you come in the store, we have a box that says free. Take one. Take as many as you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we do have that. So if you order from us, you're going to get one of these at least in your order, just so you know, little free gift. So that's fun. But yeah, I still want to go see the movies.
I think I'm going to go see all 3 of them this weekend.
Okay.
That's the beauty of having
What about Evil Dead?
Yeah, I'm going to go see.
We might go watch that. We might go watch Evil Dead this weekend. We are doing, real quick, the Evil Dead movies for the podcast next week. Yep. Me and Steven will be doing the podcast, and we're just going to talk about all the Evil Dead movies. I'm not sure if he's going to watch the new one, so I don't know if we'll necessarily talk about the new one, but we are definitely going to talk about all the other ones, though. So,
are you going to talk about the show?
You know what? I've only watched 1 season of that.
It's a pretty fast watch for the shows.
It was good. And I don't know why I didn't finish it. We can. I know Steven says he's a pretty big Evil Dead fan, so yeah. Maybe he watched it.
I think the shows were phenomenal, and it was sad that it got canceled. But I think it's a fitting Evil Dead 4, if you will, for the Ash stories.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Because it continues off Army of Darkness. I know you hate it.
We'll talk about that next week.
But all 3 seasons, the way that they had explained it in all the interviews and everything, all 3 seasons were essentially kind of what they wanted to do for an Evil Dead 4.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it fits in.
All right. Well, yeah.
So,
we'll talk about all that next week on the podcast. Evil Dead.
Yeah, which if you go to see the new one, they have an end credit thing too.
Oh, okay.
Which goes back to Scream. Which, if you didn't see that end credit,
okay. So now is everybody going to do end credit stuff?
Yes, pretty much. I blame Disney. I blame Disney.
Why does the Star Wars and DC movies they do that a lot?
All the DCs do it. The Marvels did it. The Pirates of the Caribbean movies did it. Which I think that was the start of it. Was the Pirates of the Caribbean?
Oh, okay.
Which, I mean, there might be, something that happened before that, but
right.
A lot of them, just God, everything has an end credit now. Sometimes,
right.
When the movies end, people have to go to the bathroom. we don't have time to, after 3.5 hours of sitting.
I can't do it. I'm so glad all y'all can do that and y'all can sit through those movies for 3-4 hours. I can't do it.
Oh, man, when we did back home, when we did the 12 Hours a Day, after every movie, I'd go to the bathroom. I can sit through it.
Oh, my God. That's funny. All right. Well, let's move on to these products. Yay.
Yay.
But you start over there, Brian.
All right. So we had just gotten these in on Friday, actually. So a lot of people have been asking for Sarah from Hocus Pocus. We have her with the spider in stock now. So I know it's an older one, but everyone loves...
But that's a restock.
That's a restock.
We finally got some Funko stuff
we finally. And then we got these awesome Iron Maiden pops,
and those are new.
These are new.
Those are cool.
Yeah. So we have the Somewhere in Time Eddie and the Seventh Son of a Seventh Son pops, which both of them are $13 now. And people are asking, Funko raised prices, so we have to raise prices.
Yeah, everybody has raised prices.
Yeah, it's unfortunately the way it is.
It's just, yeah.
But I love the Seventh Son because it's just the upper torso. He's holding his heart.
Yeah, it's really cool looking. And the chase is cool,
And then
too.
the chase is cool for Stranger in a Strange Land. This one is $50 because it's a chase. There's only, I think, 4 of them left.
Okay.
From what we have.
And you can just order that separately online too. Some people do ask that. Some people think if you're ordering the one, like you may get the chase. No, we have them separate.
We separate them.
Yeah, we separate them that way. You can just order the chase because it's not a guessing game with that.
No, and then we don't have them out, but we do have all the Seinfeld pops that we finally put out because Philip wanted Seinfeld pops at the time, and
well, I think those came from Big Bang.
Yeah, ours were ours.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, but just because we're not really like a pop culture store, even though we're kind of starting to be that way. What we did, we have all the Seinfeld pops. They're all $7 a piece, or I did a bundle to where you get all 8 of them for $50.
Oh, that's cool. That's a good idea.
So,
well, we are incorporating some of the toys that we had at our other store, Big Bang Toys.
Yeah, so like we have some Superman and some Star Wars, and we actually got a bunch of new puzzles. Which
the puzzles are cool.
People have actually been responding very great to.
I had someone send me a Friday 13th one of those puzzles. Those blockbuster.
The blockbuster puzzles.
Yeah,
I would
really
say
cool.
the Jaws one and ET ones are. I kind of want to get.
Yeah, they're really
and the
cool.
Breakfast Club one because we love Breakfast Club.
Yeah, we're just kind of trying to incorporate some of that stuff in because we just we don't have the actual store anymore, and so we're just trying to get rid of it and just add some other new stuff in just because. I mean, it's all toys. We all love toys, so whatever.
So, but we get a lot of phone calls asking for superhero stuff here.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, there are some horror aspects in some of the superhero stuff. Like, we just got those Ghost Rider figures. Mm-hmm. But, there's... Like,
it kind of intertwines.
Yeah. But,
like wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling. But, I mean, like, Batman, the Turtles, like, they've all had, like, some aspect in horror. Yeah. So, we're trying to, expand.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
Not go too crazy, but a little bit. And then we got in the Rush Funko Pop too as well, right? This is brand new.
Brand new. So that is $20.
If you don't know who Rush is, it's a band.
All Rush all the time.
Yeah. I don't know if some of this new generation is going to know who Rush is to even want to buy this.
But I guarantee if you play them a song from them, they're going to be like, I love
that song.
Yeah. I get Liz with that all the time.
I like Rush, but, yeah.
So it's funny. So, like, when we went to see Scorpions, like, I was playing all the music from them beforehand, get psyched up. She's like, oh, I know these. They're the Scorpios. I, like, literally almost kicked her out of the car. I almost kicked her out of the car. I'm like, how dare you?
That's so cute. Oh, my God. And these we just got in this morning. They're restocks. We've had them once before. They're restocks, but we're restocked on them. This and the Chop Top.
Chop Top. Yes.
Yeah, Chop Top 2 we're restocked on. And we will have the Nun with us for Texas Frightmare because she will be there at Texas Frightmare.
And the Shorty.
And the Shorty, too. Yep. Okay.
Because they're doing the
the
anniversary for him.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we did have some new ones for Big Bang. We restocked on a few of the Leatherfaces. We now have the Danny and Grady twins.
Okay.
For them. And then we had the Mystery Machine, and those sold out instantly.
Did it?
Yeah, so now I have to order more.
Oh, no, we have to order more because I want one.
So, and I love the Mystery Machine because
it's so cute.
It glows in the dark.
Oh, it does?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know it glowed in the dark.
Yes. So now that I know that the Scooby-Doo ones will actually sell, I'm going to just order what I can.
We sell Scooby-Doo stuff.
Yeah, I would say, and then there are some, there's a few gizmos left.
Okay.
So we had some gizmos, and then we are restocked on the micros.
Okay.
The Screams Ghostface, and then the Warner Brothers, because people were asking for those once those sold out. So just check out our Handmade by Robots section. We're pretty stocked up again for some of them, and then every week I'm trying to get in ones that will sell. So
we try to make orders every Monday with different companies. We just something we do every Monday, make orders and then see what happens.
So I will be ordering the Mystery Machine next, and then I don't know. I'll have to see what's available.
What else did we get in? Anything else?
We're restocked on our shirts from both Warlord and Monster Tees. Those are in store only, though. But with Warlord, we will be getting kid shirts.
Okay, yeah.
So I grabbed 4 designs that we're going to have for kid shirts. They'll go from 12 months to, I think it was youth extra large.
Oh, okay.
For 4 of the designs, because a lot of people have been asking for kid shirts. So
yes, and we're getting more shoes in.
Yeah, there's more shoes. We're restocked on posters.
Yeah, the posters are doing really well. Posters are doing great.
So it's just, there is a jewelry order put in. It's just she hand makes them, so it's kind of have to wait for that.
And then we will be having copies, Blu-rays and DVDs of Valentine Bluffs fan film.
Mine just shipped.
Good. Yours shipped.
Mine just shipped.
We're getting some copies to sell in here. I'm excited. Me and Philip will sign those.
We need to get Dylan to sign them too.
Yeah, we do. And we'll have some available here in store, Blu-rays and DVDs. And I will have some available at Texas Frightmare. They will be at the table with me. So that's going to be great. Can't wait to get those in.
It's going to be a fun weekend.
Yeah. I still getting people saying they're watching and everybody's really liking it still. The Valentine Bluff movie. So I'm glad everybody's liking that movie. Yay.
That's good. Maybe they'll do a sequel. Unlike Lionsgate, who won't give us a sequel to My Bloody Valentine.
Well,
jerks.
this one's kind of a sequel already.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, another one.
Another one.
To that.
Yeah. And everybody's saying that my death scene is a nod to Halloween 2. I've had a lot of people
because
say
of the hot
that. Yeah.
Tub.
Yeah. Which I will take that. I love that. I think that's great. I know Tom, the director writer, he thinks that's awesome too. I mean, he didn't really think of it that way, but we love that everybody does think of it that way. So I like that. So we'll get some copies of those coming soon too. Those will actually be here on Monday, I think. So coming on Monday. And we're still waiting on other stuff, Trick or Treat Studio stuff. I know Trick or Treat Studios just put up pre-orders for the Rob Zombie Halloween masks. We are not doing pre-orders, but we will have them in when they are released later in the year. We did order some. I ordered all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't remember how much I ordered, but I ordered quite a few of all of them because I knew they would be popular. We're just not doing pre-orders. So if you're just a person that doesn't want to pre-order one, you just want to wait until it comes out, we'll have them then. So, because I know that's kind of a hot thing right now. They're pre-orders for that. I know a couple other companies are doing pre-orders. We're just not doing pre-orders.
Yeah, they have a lot of new products for stuff that are pre-ordered. The Halloween Ends, I don't want to say they're ceramic, but the Scarecrow and cat masks, we have those ordered.
Oh, yeah. The vacuum foam masks.
Yes. So we'll have those. So it's just kind of a Winnie game. Unfortunately, everything is just fall.
Yeah. A lot of stuff is going to be like September, October. Still waiting on Fun World stuff. That's going to be more this summer too. So yeah, we're still waiting on stuff, but nothing you can do about that.
We're just kind of a middle guy,
right? Okay, so tomorrow, Saturday, April 22nd, from 1 to 3, we are having Ronnie Angel, book author Ronnie Angel. He will be here. These are his books, Slash Dreams and Slash Dreams Part 2. And then he has a third book coming out too. He'll be here from 1 to 3 signing books, and you can purchase one. They're $25. I highly suggest one of these books. They are fantastic, like encyclopedias for slasher films. I think we're going to try to
order some from here.
Or buy some from him so people can order some from us as well on our website too. But he will be here from 1 to 3 on Saturday. So come join us for that and come get a book and get it signed, take pictures, whatever. That'll be fun. And then I am working on a signing for June. I don't want to say who yet, but I'm working on one for June. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Somebody contacted us, so I'm like, yes.
It's nice when they contact us.
It is.
It's
It
less-
is. It makes me feel really good. It just
It lets us know that we're doing something right.
right.
But it's also less stressful on us trying to find someone.
Right. And I was wanting this person anyway. So yeah. I'll announce it later when I get a little more information, but it'll be for June. So, and I think that's really about it. Right?
Yeah.
And then we got Texas Frightmare coming up Memorial Day weekend in May. So, got that going on. And that's about it. So next week, make sure you join in on the podcast. We are going to talk about the Evil Dead movies. Me and Steven will talk about Evil Dead movies, so that'll be fun.
Yeah. And let us know what your favorite insect movie is.
Yeah. There's a lot of them.
I was watching a few of them, like The Nest and
I like The Nest.
Ticks and
Ticks?
Arachnophobia. And
Which is a snake, but
well, that's not an insect.
no, it's not an insect,
That's a
but it's still
reptile.
like it's
Creepy.
yeah, creepy crawlers. Creepy crawlers. All right, guys, we will see y'all next week, and you have a spooky week. Bye.